Hi, I'm Pamela Marino, part of Norfolk's Open Data team, and it's the end of the world as we know it, and I miss school. This project is brought to you by the City of Norfolk DataMinions. Does this sound familiar?
I can't log in because I have 50 assignments to do, and it's really hard to log in.
We're all familiar with this issue. The media is reflecting these concerns as well. Here's a headline from our local paper. Norfolk parents want to know, what about us? That's from the Virginia Pilot. And here's some headlines from national news. As school returns, kids with special needs are left behind. Students left behind by remote learning. This time, we really should think of the children. Children have become acceptable carnage. During the pandemic, the usual best practices for school are no longer an option, so we've all had to improvise. As each community tests different strategies, we have a real opportunity to learn what works and what doesn't, while adjusting for each community's unique health and social risk factors. So the problem, how do parents and educators determine the best way to teach children in these difficult times? Our solution, we'll provide parents with the data they need to make an informed decision about where and how their child should be educated.
Hi, I'm NATASHA Miller, data scientist with the City of Norfolk Civic Lab. We've prototyped a dashboard showing anxious parents and grandparents the information they need most. While we hope someday to include all the schools in Virginia, today we'll demo our approach on the 7 cities and Hampton Roads, which serve more than 200,000 students and includes our fair city, the City of Norfolk. Our prototype already captures and displays important information, like the operating status history of our school districts. This includes districts and grades that have headed back for in-person learning and the ability to compare to local COVID case rates. We also recognize that the community each district and school serves have different risk factors and needs. We've collected certain key characteristics about the health risks to the community, including the prevalence of diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, coronary heart disease, and frequent mental distress. We also present key education characteristics, including performance on standardized testing, the percent of students with disabilities, and the percent of students qualified for free and reduced lunches. While health is important, serving the needs of the students is as well. The dashboard will allow users to select different variables and determine which are the most related to desirable outcomes. What we've learned so far is that given the variance amongst our Hampton Roads cities, it's unlikely that the same approach will best serve each community. While some may be able to return to in-person learning sooner than others, we can strive to construct the most effective education programs using ongoing data on the success and failures of various strategies tried so far. To do this, besides looking at the operating status of our classrooms, we need to collect more detail on what each school is doing, which Tracy will tell you more about.
Thanks, Natasha. Hi, everyone. I'm TRACY WAMsley, GIS Supervisor for the City of Norfolk IT Department. In order to build on our model, we need to be able to provide near real-time information on technology platforms, hardware, online learning expectations, and school status without putting too much of a burden on administrators. By creating straightforward, basic surveys on a common platform, each school can respond digitally, providing authoritative data in a quick and consistent format. The information from the survey would be ingested into the dashboard for display and made available in the Open Data platform for additional analysis. Not only would parents be able to see what their child's school is doing, but they would also be able to see how their school stacks up against others in the area.
Hi, I'm Bernie Owens along with Bob Chirac. Let's recap. How do parents and educators determine the best way to teach their children in these difficult times? Our solution aggregates all relevant data into a single platform and addresses the problem in 2 ways. It provides transparency on the approaches being used, and it helps illustrate where to direct resources to create equitable outcomes for all students. What's the value to the Commonwealth? Understand which districts and/or schools need additional resources. It informs the most efficient and equitable use of those resources, and it eliminates or minimizes misinformation. We don't need data to know that our children are the most important resource to the Commonwealth. Let's make this tool available across the state and make sure that every student, regardless of race, income, or address, has an opportunity to receive a quality education, even in the middle of a pandemic. Using our solution will make it easier for parents and educators to ensure that no student is left behind.